going on, fellas? So Apple just introduced their new iPhone 16e, which apparently is a piece of shit, but they released it along with a 12-minute and 50-second video. So we're just gonna go through it and watch the video together. But as the name implies, first things first, you pop open this bottle and take a shot or two. All right, guys, it's after 5 p.m. for me. Look, after 5 p.m. it's 6. Be a Wednesday, but after 5 p.m. I'm using a Mountain Dew Voltage as a chaser. I don't know how good this is gonna be though. Fucking love Mountain Dew Voltage. And Code Red. Voltage better though. Here we go. One shot. I don't actually have a shot glass. I'm doing mouth shot. There's no proof of concept. You're just gonna have to trust me, bro. Look at the name. Look at the name. Take the first shot. Mountain Dew Voltage does nothing. It's fighting against cheap vodka, so not too sure it had much of a chance at all. Ugh. I don't have any other chasers in my fridge, so guess we're just gonna have to deal for the second shot. Yeah, even with like a bigger sip of the Mountain Dew Voltage, it doesn't cover it up at all. It covers it up like bad litter. I'm already cutting in pretty early here, but I saw this first on Twitter. I feel like this was supposed to be a much bigger drop than it actually was, because they have it so that if you use a certain hashtag, you get a different like it turns chrome, just like the beginning of that intro. I'm not an avid Twitter user, so I don't know how common that is, but I feel like they were trying to make it bigger than it was, because I think it was big for all of about like 2 hours this morning.
Hello.
Hello. Why are you so far away?
And thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk about iPhone. iPhone continues to have such a profound impact on all of our lives. It makes it faster and easier to get things done.
I don't know if that's like only iPhone that does that. It's actually like any device. If anything, I mean, you know, iPhone to the day I die, you know? I love iPhone, mainly just because of the UI, but I feel like Androids probably can be more efficient, to be honest. You have more freedom over them. You could probably have them be more tailored to your experiences and make it more efficient. I don't know. Just my opinion. Go ahead and cancel me.
To stay connected like no other product in the world.
Hold on. It looks a little off. It does kind of look like the person who wouldn't like that type of crowd.
It starts with the amazingly powerful and capable iPhone 16 Pro, and powered by A18 Pro.
Yeah, everybody knows what that fucking means.
Who pushes the boundaries of what a smartphone can do. It has been widely embraced for its balance of power, capabilities, and value. Customers have been loving these new iPhones.
Not really. Actually, I have a lot of negativity about them. I haven't seen anything good about iPhone since I think like the 14. I think the 15s broke a lot easier. 16s are kind of just like, oh, we get it, you gotta do it every year. It's like fucking Call of Duty or sports games. Kind of overdoing it. I was gassing himself up in the Nikes. You think he got paid for that? You think he got paid to wear Nikes in the video? Or you think he's just still like that? He got no other type of branding on him. None at all, actually. Everything else is no brand. Got it from a fucking thrift store and then he just got it on Nikes.
In fact, they're already the most popular smartphones in the world. Today, we're excited to complete the iPhone 16 family with a new model that features the performance, intelligence, and privacy you expect. And here it is.
He didn't say anything concrete. He said that you expect. Probably a lot of people who don't expect much from a downgrade is what I would assume it to be. No like plus, there's no max. It's E. It's a lowercase e too. Makes me think downgrade. If you try to quantify it, it would probably be a bad selling point. Hold on, let's go back. What? Oh my god. Okay, so it just looks like an iPhone 5C or 5S. Isn't the 5S the better version? But 11 iPhones later. Is that what this is? Just iPhone 5C? Let's run it back, guys. Gotta find one way to make money off of people who don't want to upgrade to the latest phones because they're too overpriced.
This is iPhone 16e. iPhone 16e joins the iPhone 16 family as its most affordable member.
Of course. Yep, that was always a thing. Huge downgrade from the iPhone 16, just carrying the iPhone 16 name and trying to get people who are right on the edge of trying to upgrade. That was the whole thing here. That's the whole plan.
It has Apple Intelligence, with features that help you save time, quickly get more things done, and express yourself in new ways.
That shit has not helped me with anything, but I made 3 new emojis. I'll pop them all up on screen real quick. Since this came out, these are the 3 new emojis that I made right here. That's it. That's all I've done. This shit has not made anything more helpful. It summarizes like a bunch of text from people, but I'll just click into the text, bro. It doesn't take that long to read a little text, bro.
With iPhone 16e, we're able to bring Apple Intelligence to even more people. Here's Cayenne.
She looks AI generated when she came in. Yeah, that looks AI generated. Run that back. Look at her turning. That she looks AI generated. Is this a real person?
It enables a fast and powerful experience. From using cleanup to remove a photo bomber.
That's not a photo bomber. Dude, he's literally matching the colors more with the guy in the middle than the guy on the left. That's a background dancer. That's not no photo bomber.
And with iPhone 16e, we're expanding.
What's up with her facial expressions? I'm not being racist, not because she's Asian. She looks AI. Like, I feel like when her eyelid goes up, usually in AI, there's like a slight imaging effect. It's like ghost frames. Her face was made with NVIDIA ghost frames with a 5090.
An astonishing 26 hours of video playback.
How do they quantify that number? What are they playing back? What's the brightness at? What if I'm trying to watch something outside on a bright day? Huh? How many hours is it then?
iPhone 16e has USB-C.
Yeah, I would fucking hope so. What? Just tagging things on the end tail just to... They're stat padding right now. They're stat padding. And it's got the USB-C. All the other iPhone 16s. Like, what? I thought that was like you could just assume that.
And of course, it supports wireless charging too.
Oh, no, really? All right, they're going deep into stat padding territory. Wireless charging? Dude, can't AirPods do that? Hasn't that been a thing since like the iPhone 11, which they just compared it to? And what's up with the whole SE thing? They kicked that to the curb. Now they're just gonna put an E at the end of the generation.
You can seamlessly share photos and files.
Dude, they're stat padding so hard. Oh my god, how long has AirDrop been an iPhone thing? I would be really mad if I bought this phone and there was no AirDrop. Even if they didn't put it in the fucking commercial. An iPhone without an AirDrop is like Barack Obama without a transgendered what? Okay, maybe. Okay, all right. Let's keep going.
Play audio and video across devices.
Yeah, baby.
And there are millions of apps available for download in the App Store.
Oh, really? Every time I think they can't get worse, they just get worse. Wow, really? The app stores on an iPhone? Holy fuck, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. This is invigorating.
iPhone 16e also has Apple Intelligence.
They just told us that.
It's where you can clean up a distraction.
Okay, this is like the third time that they've gone over this. They went from stat padding to regurgitating, and we're not even halfway through.
Or find a specific photo just by describing it.
That one's kind of cool.
Create the perfect emoji by typing a few words, with options as vast as your imagination.
No, the fuck it's not. I was trying to make a certain emoji, and Apple Intelligence was like, fuck no, I can't do that. Let's not act like it's groundbreaking. It wasn't that crazy of an emoji either. It had less words than that fucking example they had.
Email gets better too. You can catch up on long threads with summaries or respond with a tap using Smart Reply.
Are they telling me to use AI instead of actually reading and writing my own responses? There's going to be a thread that neither person knows is happening, but both of them are reading it with Apple AI and both of them are writing responses with Apple AI. So nobody's actually reading or writing anything. They're reading summaries of summarized responses. Because that's all it could really do. It can't think for you.
Simply describe a change, like making a dinner invitation more welcoming.
That one's kind of hard. I can see that. That was a long-ass dinner invitation, though.
And with some help from ChatGPT, you can even create the dinner menu.
That's kind of crazy. Now we're getting into real lazy fuck territory. So this is the introducing iPhone 16e. So far, we're like 2 minutes deep on explaining Apple Intelligence. What the fuck does that have to do with the iPhone 16e? Oh, they can use it. Okay, stop at that. Fucking make a different thing for Apple Intelligence, bro. This wasn't the first phone that could do it, so you can't even like say, oh, this is groundbreaking shit, or announce it with the phone that could do it. No, they're using the SE version of the iPhone 16.
With Apple Intelligence, your iPhone is more personal. So it's crucial your information stays private.
That's also godified. I remember reading a thing about how the FBI tried to get Apple to give them the password to someone's phone, but they were like, no, that's pretty goated. They did do that right, however many years ago, when I was like fucking 7 years ago.
Apple Intelligence brings personal intelligence to the apps and experiences you use every day.
AI is so good, we faked an employee to say the whole thing about AI for you.
And we're excited that it will be available in even more languages in April.
Indian English? I never got that, because there's English and there's like European English, Australian English, Singapore English, Indian English. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just uninformed, I guess.
iPhone 16e has the action button.
I would hope it has like the big thing that the iPhone 16 brings to the table, right? This was definitely to launch the next iPhone SE generation, because they're talking about all the things that just iPhone 16s have. And then if you downgrade, even from a business standpoint, it wouldn't make any sense to change these things. But now they're like retelling us that an iPhone 16 16 has iPhone 16 features. This was definitely supposed to be the 4th generation of iPhone SE. It was definitely supposed to be. And they were like, you know what if we put 16 in the name? That has a nice ring to it. Then people who want to pay less don't have to say they have an SE and get bullied for it. I'm not saying having an SE is bad. My one homie still got an iPhone 8. He still got the home button. That's pretty funny though. But they were probably like, oh, people might not get the SE because they don't want to be associated with having like the cheaper version of an iPhone, something like that, or not the latest generation. So instead, we're gonna make the 16e. That way people will get it and then they can be like, yeah, I got an iPhone 16. That, or it's they can start making SEs every generation and keep going for those people who don't want to upgrade to the next one, but or maybe like 5 generations behind and they're not, you know, giving any money to Apple. They're like, okay, I'll get the iPhone 17e because it's cheaper. I can afford that. One of the two of those reasons, or maybe even both, why they changed it to iPhone 16e. Mark my words, let's see next year if they make an iPhone 17e. I'm calling it.
With just a press, you can launch an app you frequently use.
Ain't nobody using Snapchat in the big 2025.
Or instantly open the camera.
Oh, they don't have the other little side thing also with the iPhone 16, so it is a little bit of a downgrade. There's a little fucking, really annoying. It's really stupid. But if you don't have an iPhone 16, there's a little button on the right side under the wake button that if you click it, it goes to photos, and there's kind of like a mouse scroll wheel for zooming in and out. I think it would be really cool if they made it so that you could like scroll up and down in apps, but they didn't do that. It's only for zooming in and out. They have a scroll wheel on your phone that's only meant for zooming, not scroll wheeling. And if you click it, it's just a photo. So if you don't take pictures very often, it's kind of just in the way.
Or search Google for where to buy that cool pair of sneakers.
They're sponsored. They're sponsored. No, they're sponsored right now. This is product placement. First of all, I know if you scanned a pair of pink shoes on them shits that try and show you where to buy them, it's not going to be on Nike. I've had shit scan the item and be like, this is where you buy it. And like, they're all from different brands. Obviously, it's a brand placement, right? The dude, when he walked in, the only brand that he had on was Nike on his feet. And now, as an example, they're using Nike and everything comes in up as Nike. Yeah, that's product placement.
To tell you more about
it's actually the only brand I've seen in this video.
Here's Lucy.
We created a custom version of our remarkable.
I think she might also be AI. Maybe I'm just drunk. I mean, hey, look at the name.
Allows the camera to capture these super high resolution photos.
I've never seen pictures this good, all right? On my iPhone 16, not E, okay? An upgraded version. They're lying. Or they have like lighting tools and everything. It's all assisted. Look at the right side. That shit is mad pixelated. This shit's rendered, all right, in 2560 by 1440p. That shit is pixelated.
With portrait mode on iPhone 16e, it's easy to create beautiful studio-like images of your subject.
Yeah, if you have a fucking light in front of your camera, it's really hard to get pictures like these in real life. You have to have nice lighting and a good background. Actually, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that background looks photoshopped in. I don't think she's actually at she's not actually at that place, I don't think. I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh, hold on. Look in between her arms. That giant gray spot under her armpit into the thing. She's not there. She's not there. She's on a green screen. Look at that. She's on a green screen. You're not getting those good of pictures.
To unlock iPhone 16e, there's Face ID. It also allows you to authenticate purchases with Apple Pay.
There's Face ID? Really? And somebody's ordering an AirTag? Oh my god. You're telling me an iPhone with no home button has Face ID? Holy shit, dude. I can't believe it. I'm stat padding so hard right now. I think after 6 minutes, it's actually been like astronomically bad. It feels like I'm watching a YouTuber's video who's trying to get to the 10-minute mark. I don't know if that matters too much now, but it feels like I'm watching a 2016 Rice Gum video. That's what it feels like. Just spitting up info that every iPhone has had for like the last 8 years.
Together with the convenience of the new Passwords app, you can trust iPhone 16e to safely store your passwords. 20?
Now, who the fuck has 20? Who the fuck is connected to 20 different Wi-Fis with passwords? I understand like 20 different Wi-Fis because like you go to like a hotel, that shit's free, or you go somewhere and that shit's free. Not much passwords, but 20 different Wi-Fis out of 37 total passwords?
iPhone 16e is built to last. It's resistant to dust and water and ready to handle all kinds of situations.
I don't think a meatball and 3 strands of spaghetti is gonna take out any iPhone, not even the iPhone 3. Or I don't think candy is gonna damage like any phone since the beginning of existence of time. I don't think those are gonna affect anything, especially not a modern phone.
iPhone 16e has up to 4 times better drop performance than older iPhones.
There's another caveat, older iPhones. How much older? We'll be talking about older iPhones like the iPhone 5. Yeah, it's got better drop performance than the older iPhones. What do you mean?
And with a range of colored cases, you can easily accessorize for a more personal touch.
I mean, to be honest, if they really wanted the iPhone 16e to have the most accessible cases, it would be the same size as some other iPhone, right? Because like I think like 13 and 14 have their own case, 15 and 16 have their own cases. But if you wanted it to be, you know, have a lot of cases, that shit would be the same size as like one other iPhone. So you could go to Five Below and just get a nice case, you know, so that your shit's not raw dogging it.
With important life-saving features like crash detection, it will automatically contact emergency services.
The last iPhone that I had was a 13, and it detected my crashes. So 4 years ago, this is not new technology at all.
iPhone 16e also has groundbreaking satellite services, so when you don't have Wi-Fi or cellular coverage, this service from Apple lets you connect to satellites.
Hey, by the way, when I didn't have service or cellular, I tried to use this thing, and it didn't work. So I don't know how reliable the satellite thing is, but it didn't work.
iPhone 16e starts at just $599.
That's not even that cheap either, to be honest. Kind of OD on that. 600? What is regular 16? Okay, so it's $200 cheaper than a 16. I don't know if he really jump for that. I mean, $300 cheaper than a 16? Yeah, that's good. But 200? I don't know. I feel like this is just trying to get the people who are about to make a bad decision with the 16 make a bad decision with the 16e. It's like, I mean, hey, it's a little cheaper. Got all this cool stuff that nobody really uses. Oh, it shows it right here, yeah. So the 16 Pro is $200. It's $1,000. It's kind of a band. 16's $800. I got my shit basically for free because of how that shit works. And the 16e, a little bit smaller than the 16, so you can't use 16 cases. I bet you can't use 15, 14, 13, 12, any of the cases that you can go get that motherfucker either. But they're not selling the SE3 anymore. Holy, wait, they're not. They're only selling the 15, 15 plus, 16, 16 plus, 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, and the 16e. There's no SE3 anymore. Here's you. Shut up. Watch it. Listen to me. There's no SE anymore. Holy shit. When does it even come out? 2020? Not even that old. That's got to be some type of proof, right? They're ditching fucking SE, put an E at the end of the generation. I bet they're just gonna keep doing that every year. You can't even buy an old SE anymore. You could buy one generation back iPhone, right? Because let's see how much the iPhone 15 is. iPhone 15 is still $100 more than the 16e. Can't buy back a generation of the iPhone SE. Fuck you. Give us your money for minuscule improvements that we make sound bigger than it is. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're a good company. I just like the phones, man. Definitely a shitty company. Definitely a terrible, horrendous, no good company. But I personally like their phones. See, look, they even show you cheaper than a fucking iPhone 15. They're trying to get you to go to this instead of the older generation. They're trying to hook you if you're not going to get a 15, because it's like, oh, you can get a 16 for $800, $100 cheaper, you can get a 15. Oh, well, you want to go $100 cheaper than that? Get a 16e. And it's got the 16 too. Didn't mention how it's a 4-core GPU instead of a 5-core GPU or 6-core. I want to talk about how it's A18, right? This shit is stupid as hell. This camera control thing, that's retarded. It has 1 hour less playback of a 16, and the same as a 15. For some reason, these aren't as detailed as that 12-minute video of stat padding was. Really compare more than what they probably want you to compare. I don't know. This just looks like a scam. Has scam written all over it. They're re-releasing fucking things that have been with iPhone for that long. Definitely a scam. I mean, it's Apple. You can't really get away from scam when you talk about Apple. Anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Toodaloo.